You're floating alone in the open ocean, no land in sight, just endless blue in every direction. Then suddenly, something moves beneath you. At first, it's just a shadow.
Till something
slow, massive,
moves
impossible
beneath
to
you.
judge. And then it rises. The largest creature to ever exist on this planet glides past you. Not a dinosaur, not some prehistoric monster. A blue whale, a living animal weighing around 400,000 pounds, displacing an ocean's worth of water as it moves. It doesn't even need to touch you. The sheer force of water it pushes aside is enough to knock you off balance. And in that moment, one question becomes unavoidable. What is something this big actually capable of? To understand that, you first have to understand its scale. A fully grown blue whale can reach nearly 100 feet in length and weigh up to 200 tons. To put that into perspective, the second largest animal alive, the fin whale, is barely half that weight. That's not a small difference. That's an entirely different category of existence. There is nothing else on Earth that even comes close. And yet, despite their size, blue whales are mammals, just like us. They breathe air, which means technically if you placed one on land, it wouldn't suffocate. It would die much faster than that, because gravity would crush it within minutes. Living on land means constantly fighting gravity. Your bones, your muscles, your entire structure is built to resist that downward pull. For humans, for elephants, even for the largest land animals, this works. But at 400,000 pounds, bone simply isn't strong enough. A body that massive cannot support itself, unless it doesn't have to. The ocean changes everything. Water is dense. It provides buoyancy, an upward force that almost perfectly cancels out gravity. In a way, the ocean is like a zero-gravity simulator. And for blue whales, that means one thing. Their size limit is broken. But just because something is physically possible doesn't mean it's practical. Because being that large comes with a problem. A massive one. You have to feed 400,000 pounds. Most predators hunt. A lion chases a zebra. A shark hunts a seal. But imagine trying to hunt when your body is the size of a commercial airplane. Moving through water already costs energy. Now imagine pushing that much mass through it, turning, accelerating, chasing fast prey. It would burn more calories than it gains. So instead, the largest predator on Earth does something unexpected. It eats the smallest things in the ocean. Blue whales feed almost entirely on krill. Tiny, shrimp-like creatures barely an inch long. Individually, they're insignificant. But together, they form massive swarms. And the whale doesn't hunt them one by one. It uses one of the most extreme feeding strategies in the animal kingdom, lunge feeding. When a blue whale finds a dense swarm, it accelerates forward. Its mouth opens to nearly a 90-degree angle, and then everything changes. The underside of its throat expands massively. These folds of skin, called ventral pleats, stretch outward like a balloon. In seconds, the whale engulfs a volume of water nearly equal to its own body weight. We're talking about 20,000 gallons of water in a single gulp. The ocean itself bends around the whale, then comes the filtration. The whale closes its mouth, its massive tongue, weighing as much as an elephant, pushes the water outward through structures called baleen plates. Water escapes, krill stays, millions of them. One single gulp can provide hundreds of thousands of calories, and they repeat this again, and again, and again, consuming up to 8,000 pounds of food every single day. Now imagine this. You're diving in the ocean and suddenly a blue whale lunges toward a swarm of krill. right where you are. You get caught, the jaws close around you. Darkness, silence, and thousands of gallons of water pressing in every direction. For a moment, you might think you're about to be swallowed, but here's the strange part. You can't be. Despite having the largest mouth on Earth, a blue whale's throat is only about the size of a grapefruit. You physically cannot pass through it. So instead, you're trapped inside its mouth as the water drains, as the tongue moves, as pressure shifts around you. The whale realizes something is wrong. You are not food, and then suddenly you're expelled, thrown back into the ocean. If you're lucky, you survive. Because blue whales are not hunters in the traditional sense. They are not aggressive. They don't have claws. They don't have teeth. They don't even have armor. They have something else. Size. And, when needed, force. The tail of a blue whale can span 25 feet wide. A single strike from it generates immense kinetic energy, enough to shatter bone, enough to kill almost anything in the ocean instantly. Even apex predators avoid them. Pods of killer whales know better than to get too close, because one wrong move means death, which is why blue whales have almost no natural predators. Nothing wants to fight something that big. But what about the past? What about something like the megalodon, a predator designed to hunt whales, with massive jaws, teeth the size of your hand, a bite force beyond anything alive today? On paper, it seems like a perfect match. But reality is different. Even at its largest, a megalodon was about half the length of a blue whale, and significantly lighter. Its teeth, though massive, would struggle to penetrate the thick blubber layer of a blue whale, and if the whale retaliated, one direct tail strike could crush the shark's cartilage skeleton instantly. It wouldn't be an easy fight, but it wouldn't be a fair one either. Which raises another question. If blue whales are this powerful, why don't they get even bigger? Why not 200 feet? 500 feet? Because eventually, physics says no. Food becomes a limit. There simply isn't enough krill in one place to sustain something larger. Oxygen becomes a limit. A heart can only pump blood so far, so efficiently. Beyond a certain size, the body suffocates itself, and mechanics become a limit. Muscle, tissue, and structure can only handle so much stress. Beyond that, they fail. So the blue whale isn't just large, it is the maximum, the largest size life on Earth can reach. And yet, for millions of years, nothing could stop it. Until something else appeared. Not bigger, but stronger in a different way. Humans, not individually, but through what we build. Massive cargo ships, steel giants weighing hundreds of thousands of tons, far beyond biological limits. A whale cannot dodge them fast enough, and when they collide, the result is devastating. Even worse, noise. The ocean is no longer silent. Engines, drilling, shipping lanes. They flood the water with sound. And blue whales rely on sound for everything. Communication, navigation, finding mates across vast distances. Now their calls are drowned out, lost in a sea of noise. They can still be the strongest, still be the biggest, still be nearly unstoppable, but they cannot fight that, and that's the strange reality. The largest creature to ever exist is not defeated by teeth or claws or predators, but by something it can't even see. And yet, despite everything, they are still here. Still moving through the ocean, still carrying the weight of an entire world on their backs. And as long as they remain, they will always be a reminder of just how far life on Earth can go.